Okay, guys, let's continue. Let's look at our accounts first. It's still around 87,000. Oh, our goalkeeper is unhappy, may ask to leave. He feels he should be in the team, so he's 32. He was our main goalkeeper. Let's use him and compare his experience with the performance of our main goalkeeper. By the way, this is very convenient feature to see the number of conceded goals in the fact file of the goalkeeper. This championship manager had plenty of unique features which made him the best championship, but probably the first one championship manager game that was treated as the best for many years after its release. Okay, poor goalie increaser, he's out for a few days again. Gary Hyde is our reserve guy. Oh, so UEFA Cup, Liverpool will play it against the Romanian club Corvin Hull. I bet this club even doesn't exist at the moment because I haven't heard about it. Newcastle will play away versus the Hamburg, and Manchester will play at home to Viborg. Sheffield Wednesday will play against the Haidur. This is a mistake probably. Hajduk is the current club, however it's a Yugoslavian one, so maybe it had such name when it was a part of the Yugoslavia. So our clubs, oh, Manchester was unable to score to Viborg. Our clubs played pretty well, no losses in 4 games, and we will play at home to Colchester. So what is our Colchester? Wow, they are on position number 4. So it will be a good test for us. They will play long ball. A lot of teams are using these long ball tactics. Okay, so our main 11 will remain unchanged. Thomas, Oxbrow, and Newson in defense. Sorrell, Hoddle, Scholler, and Naylor in the midfield. And Close, Green, and Rowett with McDonough. Yes, so Jackson is not getting into the squad at the moment because McDonough showed himself really, really well. So seems like I've signed it a decent forward. By the way, um, it is very important to have a player in this position, in this support position, I mean number 7, with a good creativity, and I totally forgot about it. We have a Naylor midfielder with creativity 20, however his flair's 40, but 20 means that he's the best candidate for this position. So let's set him to this position and we'll see how it will change our results. Okay, so we're ready to go. I expect another win, of course, because we are strong enough at the moment, and I believe that our home games should be our main source for the points. We are not creating a lot of chances at the moment. We have only 4, 5, 6 already versus 1 in the first half, but we struggle to score at least 1 goal. Okay, Robert is the worst at keep attacker so far, so I will probably replace him a bit later. Let's wait and see if my team will be able to score. So we have a penalty on Sean's close is unable to score it. Okay, so Schouler and Rowett are the only guys having low ratings for the moment. So let's swap them. And who should be our new captain? New captain. Let me check. Let me check. Sorrel, yeah. Sorrel is our captain. So 11 chances versus 2, and McDonough coming from the bench but shoots wide. 14 chances and 0 goals. Will we be able to score? But from the performance point of view, as you can see, we were much stronger than the opponent side. So uh, even the fourth team is not strong enough to be a competitor for us. However, they managed to get a 1 point. The goal ended with a 1-1 draw. Okay, McDonough played quite well. Maybe I should use him instead of Robert in the next game. Yeah, I think I will try that. And by the way, Pape, our goalkeeper, who played his first game, also didn't get any goals. He defended all 3 attempts, 3 goals attempts. Jeff Cooper. Yeah, free agent. So I believe I can release him because fine, ensure renew contract. How can I release him on free? By the way, I should check my staff contracts. Yes, scout, club physio, team coach. How much it will cost to me to dismiss those guys? Just as example. Oh no, I can't sack him because I don't want to sack him without knowing how much it will cost to me. Okay, if this info is not available, then I will check it later. Bolton, first away game in the Coca-Cola Cup versus the Liga 1 team. What is their position there in the middle of the table? Even higher, position number 8 out of 20, and they're using counter-attack style. So we will use the passing style. So this game is very important. But anyway, let's use McDonough instead of Robert. Oh, the fitness is awesome for all of the team. Great. Greaser is getting back and soon I will be able to use him. Nice. Scholar, let's use Scholar because we had a huge amount of chances. Should I use win bonus? No, I don't think so. I still don't want to use that feature. Maybe that will impact my team's performance, but I don't want to check that at the moment. So we scored a goal on the 11th minute, but referee canceled it. Okay, I believe we will have a chance. Oh, Bolton got a red card. Perfect, and Green managed to score after that. We are leading 1-0, having plenty of time in away game, and they are having only 10 players on the field. This is a great situation. We are having 6 chances in the first half, and I believe we should try to score more because it's not guaranteed that we will have so good game in the next game versus the Bolton. So let's replace Scholler again. Unfortunately, he's having low ratings, and Green is having a rating of 5. McDonough has good rating, which is pleasant. Barnet is unhappy. Why am I using him if he's not happy? Because I don't have too much of the midfield players available on the bench, available for the bench. So 13 minutes till the end of the game, will be able to score one more goal? Not yet, and Bolton had an awesome chance to score, but they failed it. And the game is near to closure, and we're winning 1-0, which is a good result anyway, a superb result according to our board. I agree. Playing versus the Liga 1 team and winning in away game, in the cup game, it's a perfect result. And I think we also got plenty of money from the high attendance in this game. Let's check the books. Not yet. Maybe that will be available after this week will end because the cup game was played in the middle of the week. The next game is away 1 versus the Turkey. Okay, so McDonough didn't score, but yeah, a nice thing that I've noticed. So let's look at the stats of this forward who is 34 years old. He scored only one goal in 5 games, but his rating is pretty high, 6.4 in average. Meanwhile, we have Gary Rowett who played 9 games and scored 5 goals, but his average score is only 5.67. So which one is better? I think the one that scores more goals is surely the better, but that means we cannot fully trust the average ratings when we use them for the evaluation of the players, the new ones and existing ones. So let's put Gary Rowett back, and McDonough and Jackson will be used as our substitutes. Okay, so yeah, we have Barnet here. I probably used him only because Hyretine was not able to play. I need a good midfielder because Hyretine is not performing well and Schauler is not performing well. As you can see, 11 games have been played and average rating is only 5.45, and at the same moment he has an excellent skills, so we should look at the transfer market. Okay, what do we have here? We have long ball players, so let's get back to the counter attack. We are very good in the counter attacks so far, so let's use them more and more. The game is even at the moment. 2 chances for both of the teams, but we're having a penalty. Close has been fouled, and he blasts it home, opening his records in this game. We are winning 1-0 by the end of the first half. However, the game chances stats is really even. So the Torquay, Torquay, Torquay scored. We had a good chance to score, but we failed it. Oh, look, we have fours in the ratings list. Let's replace Scholler, who is not too good in the moment, and Rovet, because we need to change something to have a chances. We have another penalty chance, but no penalty, no penalty again. Turkey scores a second goal. So will it be a first lose for the Barnet in this season? It's very close to it, and yes, it is. We managed to score the first goal, but then home team was able to break the gameplay and to score a couple of goals. We were worse in all stats. Close was man of the game anyway. Nice to see that. Nice to see the performance, the stable, good performance of this attacker. McDonough and Rowett has not proven their good skills so far, so I think I will get back Jackson, our talented youngster, back to the bench. Oh, first dismissal of the season. And our away game is the performance of the week. Great. Nicky Evans' contract expired this week. Nicky Evans. Okay, what about our position? Oh, so the Turkey is another team topping the table. Now I understand why they were able to beat us, because they are strong enough. Free agent. So I don't remember. Maybe he left the team after some time. Yeah, probably that's the way it will happen. Okay, so let's look at the transfer list. Let's look. Um, let's look at the position. Oh, now I'm able to loan anyone, but to be honest, I planned to decrease his wages, but as I can see, I'm going to pay his full wage and his insurance. Oh, goddamn. Can I terminate the loan? Yes, I can that. Sorry, Henry. Sorry, Oldham. But that was my mistake. I cannot afford that loan at the moment. Well, we can pay for that, but I see no sense in that. So we need a good midfielder for loan. Oh, look, what a disaster. This stats is a disaster. So do we have someone promising? Oh, we have defend. Okay, right guy. No, we don't need right-sided or left-sided guys, and we don't see any suitable loans except this guy from the Grimsby. Uh, and I don't need to overpay for the loaned players. Loaned player. I'm not in such an urgent need for a midfielder. Yes, I need him. I need him. So look, the Stowe is a cheap guy from the Hull, and all my scouts recommend him, and he's only 17. This is Excellent. Okay, his stats are pretty bad, but I like to invest in youngsters. I want to invest in youngsters, and I hope his high creativity skill will help us. Stowe rejects the move. What? So he's listed. Let's put him to the short list and hope he will change his opinion later. Okay, there's another midfielder who is a free agent and he's recommended by all of our all of our scouts, but he costs plenty of money. But anyway, I think we should try to buy him because he's popular. There are three other clubs, a couple of other clubs who want to buy him, which means that his ability is above the average. I hope so. At least I hope so. Yeah, so let's offer him. Okay, can we offer him? Okay, let's offer him this amount of money. Okay, let's sell him more. And immediately, almost immediately, no, not almost, but immediately his price has grown up to 1,000 of pounds. And I think he will be our main 11 player for sure. So what do we have here? Sheffield Wednesday and Liverpool and Newcastle are going on, and Manchester United lost to Viborg from Denmark, which is a disaster for sure because Manchester United is almost topping the table, and it's a surprise. By the way, where is Hull? So Hull is in the Division 2. Probably that's the reason why this player didn't want to join us. He didn't want to get one division lower. Okay, so what do we have here? We don't see our purchase yet, and I don't see any increased gains from the away game gate receipts, which is set. Okay, let's go on. We will play at home versus the Brighton. Uh, okay, we will have a couple of substitutes. Greaser got back, and now I think I can use him. Average rating of 2. The lowest rating probably that I've ever seen. Okay, let's check his skills in this home game instead of the Oxborough. And now let's use Porter guy. So we should use, okay, Scholler. Yeah, probably instead of Scholler, who was playing terribly. Yeah. And in the attacking line, I want to use the Jackson again, and McDonough will be our substitute here. Okay, they are using long ball, so we will use the counter-attack tactics and let the game begin. Jackson is through on goal, and that's the first goal of the Jackson for the Barnet. Our talented youngster has finally opened his books playing for the Barnet. So I'm glad I've signed that guy. And we are having a second goal, our close Our main attacker managed to score a second goal in this game, and here's the third one, scored by Klose in the first half of the game. Brighton managed to create a good chance, but they failed it. So the first half of the game is having a 3-2 result. We have, look at this number. Porter is having a rating of 8, our newly signed midfielder. This is perfect. Okay, let the game continue. We have fourth goal. This is perfect. Scored by Klose, who is having a hat trick in this game. So it's time for the replacements. I think Klose requires standing ovation for his performance, and Porter as well. Penalty not given, but anyway, we will win this game even with a couple of penalties. So the game ends with 4-0 result, and of course, Sean Klose is our man of the game, man of the match. And this is another result that makes our board pleasant. Dear board, please wait for the end of the season. I am sure you will be excited to see the promotion of the Barnet to the League 2. An excellent League position, according to our board, and I totally agree with that. Torquay made a draw, which means we are League leaders. Yeah, look at this highlighted rows. I am the manager of the season. Sean Klose is the senior player of the month, and Jackson is the young player of the month. I'm very excited to see that. So what do we have here? Finally, transfer sum has been put here, and we see that we got increased gate receipt. So I think this number of income includes that away game with the Bolton income. Great. So we are having 26,000 of pounds. And by the way, our Andy Pape is performing really well. So probably it was not so necessary to buy another goalkeeper, but what is done, that is done. Okay, so we're having second game versus the Bolton. Andy Porter is captain. I understand that because he was bought from the club that had been played in the cup already. So let's put Scholler back to the squad, and I don't want to make any changes in the attackers line. By the way, Greaser performed very well. Let's risk and put him into the squad again. So they're using counter attack, and I think I will use the passing this time. Goal for the Barnet. Only 6 minutes after the beginning of the game, and Klose scores another goal, and we're having a second chance in the 10th minute. So our starting performance is excellent. 1-0, and we're having a second chance. And green finally scores after being silent for several games. So it's 3-0 already, and our goalkeeper and defenders are playing really well, not allowing to score Bolton any goals. And we are winning 2-0. Oh, look at the shoulder stats. It's embarrassing. By the way, Greaser is not performing really well, so maybe I will use him as a backup defender. But not in this game because I don't have any defenders on the bench at the moment. Okay, I think it's time for the replacements. I can put my main stars to the bench. By the way, who is our main star in the midfield? Naylor is pretty well, playing pretty well. In the past games, okay, Bolton is not getting a penalty, so despite they had 4 chances, they didn't score any goals. Didn't score any goal, and we are winning. The question is only what will be the score. Jackson scores again, and it's 3-0, and we had even more one more chance. So Jackson became man of the match after Klose left the pitch. All our three attackers managed to score a goal in this game, and this is a superb result. I agree with my board. By the way, I haven't noticed what was the game's attendance. Let's take a look at that because I'm curious about the possible increase from the home attendance game. Uh, no, that's not what I wanted. Oh, sorry. This menu shows us all results, but here's yeah, our attendance was an approximately 50% higher than an average one. So we should get increased money, but not now, but a bit later. Great. Week 14. Sean Close is out for 12 weeks. This is our main star at the moment, but I believe we are strong enough uh, to stay on top even without him. Close scored 8 goals in his 13 games, but I think that Rowett and McDonough will be able to substitute him. So Rowett, this is your chance. Jackson is having a low fitness, lower, not low, but lower, but that's fine. Okay, I'm returning Oxborough back to the main 11 and, well, playing versus the Scunthorpe. I don't care what is their league position because I believe Barnet is strong enough to have a good chance for the 3 points in any of the games in this league. So we are having a penalty chance, and it's a penalty. Midfielder Sorrell puts it home. Probably we should have some other penalty taker. I prefer forwards to be responsible for that, so no significant changes here. We are winning. We are having good ratings, except for the shoulder probably. And we have a second goal in the second half. So Hoddle scores. In this game, our midfielders are scoring goals. So as we can see, the absence of the close is not critical for us. Let's not green. Let's replace Jackson, who had a lower fitness. And let's put Hyratin to the field again. By the way, why did I select Hyratin? I have a porter who was captied. I just forgot about him, to be honest. Oh, so the Hodl is the man of the game, and we are having another 3 points here. Let's take a look at the league table. I believe we are having a good handicap. And I'm very happy with the performance of the Pape goalkeeper. Wimbledon is our next competitor. Okay, so what do we see here? We are 6 points away from the from the seventh position. Great. What about the top scorers? Close is one of the best. Sale is not for sale, unfortunately. It will be great to already shortlisted. It will be great to buy one of the top goal scorers in the future. Eric Cantona, Niall Quinn, Roy Keane managed to score 5 goals. What a names. Okay, what about the average gates? So we have a better result, but we are still in the middle of the league attendance ratings. What about the average ratings? We have plenty of our players here. Klaus, Hodl, Glenn Thomas is a perfect player so far. Dennis Green, Tony Sorrell, Chris Jackson, by the way, only 16 and has so good ratings. So that was an awesome investment. Okay, great. Let's move on. Anglo-Italian Cup fixtures. I hope to win it when my Barnet will play in the Division 1. So Aston Villa lost to Marseille in the European Cup, which was a predecessor of the Champions League, and Arsenal won to Lillestrøm. Dynamo Kiev won to Turun. Okay, so in our next game we will play at home to Chester. As I remember, our opponent had manager sacked recently, so I think they are not too strong and they're having a continental style. This is a quite rare style in the Liga, to be honest. So let's use direct ball, and I believe we can. We can use Greaser again. We will surely use Porter instead of Hodl. I believe our players should have a rest from time to time, and Jackson will play again. Yeah, let the Jackson play again. Okay, so home game versus the Chester should bring us 3 points, and Jackson scores only after 5 minutes after the beginning of the game, proving my words. And he gives us a penalty on the 10th minute, which is converted to a goal by the Sorrel. Nice to see that. So we had 2 chances and converted both of them into the goals. And we are having an easy win here, as I see at the moment. So the opponent can hardly sniff in this game. Let's continue and wait for the win. Green is having a chance and he's scoring his goal too. We're having 10 chances versus 0 which versus 1, which proves our excellent performance and excellent conditions. Green is scoring another goal, so he's going for the hat trick. I will replace Jackson because he's young. He should not play full games so far. And I will replace Naylor because all of our players should have a rest. By the way, I don't remember if it's theoretically possible to place a defender on the bench instead of the goalkeeper. So I will be able to use that substitute. Okay, Green is our man of the game, and Porter put another awesome performance with the rating of 8. I'm very, very happy with this purchase. So far, we don't have any issues in this division, only one game lost and a couple of draws in the 12 games or so. Right, Brentford won Kelly Hack, who is transfer listed. Yes, of course, I'm happy to sell him. What about the 40k? Will I be able to get a 40k? Okay, let's agree on the 35. Perfect. So I've got money. I've got money and players sold. Strange. I've sold him for the 35 thousands of pounds and I've got 90% of that sum. Haven't noticed that in the past, however, I haven't played this game for many years. So Hodl is not happy. Mask to leave. He should be in the team, but wait a second. I only gave you a one game of rest. So why aren't you happy to be rest? Okay, another game in the Coca Cup is versus the Wolves. Let's check if we will be very successful in this game too. Let's put back Newson instead of Greaser. Let's put back Hoddle instead of Porter. And let's make no chances in our attacking line. So what is the position? Long ball. So we will use the counter attacking style again. That's it. Let's prove we can play on the same level with Wolves, and they are pushing right from the beginning. They are having a penalty, which they are transforming into the goal. So Wolves are leading 1-0 in the middle of the first half. However, the chances are even, and Hoddle gives us a hope when he scores a goal. So the result is 1-1, and that's the end of the first half of the game. Steve Bull, what is a legend of the Wolves in the 90s. Our ratings are pretty low, but that's not critical. Ratings are not critical here. The main thing we need is the result. So Wolves are strongly, they're performing strongly. They keep creating the chances, but we're having a penalty when the robot uh, was beaten in the box. Bullies. Okay, so the penalty was also remember transferred to a goal, and we are winning 2-1. And I will make a couple of replacements here. And Wolves are making a draw 9 minutes before the end of the game. They are scoring a second goal, and it's 2-2. And they are pushing, trying to score more. And we will have an extra time. I was sure there is two games that have to be played. Otherwise, I wouldn't replace the Jackson and the Naylor. But that's the reality. Let's play, and let's try to score more goals. But Wolves are scoring third goal and another one, so they are much stronger at the moment. Having 11 chances versus 5, they were able to score 4 goals versus the 2. I don't think I can do something else here instead of hoping for some strict changes. We had a chance for the penalty, but were unlucky, so we had not a big amount of chances in comparison to the Wolves. And in the extra time, Wolves managed to score 2 more goals, so they won 4-2. But let's remember, by the way, Hodl was the man of the game. Let's remember that we were playing versus the team that is 2 leagues above us. So unfortunately, we failed to get an acceptable result. But that was a good result anyway. Okay, next game is away one versus the Scarborough. They are playing an ultra defensive style. So our strongest player not all of our strongest players are selected here. Let's put Porter instead of the Scholar, who struggling who still struggles to show his potential. Okay, by the way, uh, as I remember, yeah, so that's the list of our penalty takers. That's what I wanted to change. Okay, I remember Hodl. Yeah, so Hodl and Close should be our main penalty takers. Okay, let's check also Porter. Okay, that's enough for now. Away game versus the Scarborough. Jackson is having his chance on the 5th minute, but he wastes it. We are creating the chances and having our first goal on the 14th minute, scored by the Gary Robert, who proves his high skill again. Naylor gets the yellow card. He should be careful. According to the bars, we are much stronger on each side of the field. We're having 10 chances versus 0 in the first half. So we are absolutely brilliant and we are dominating the game. We are having our second goal scored by the Rovet again in the second half. So we are getting another easy win. Let's make a couple of replacements. Let's swap Naylor, who was having a yellow card, and let's put Jackson to the bench because I don't think that a 16 years old player should play the whole 90 minutes. We are having our third goal scored and we are having a fourth one scored by the Roman in the end of the game, which means he's man of the match with a hat trick. A perfect result and one rating for each of the Scarborough players. So that's the worst game in the career of each of those players so far. Probably the worst game in the team's history for the Scarborough as well. Okay, FA Cup draw has put us versus the Preston. Okay, so let's take a look at the accounts. Our numbers is a bit higher. And we have 54,000 pounds available so far. Okay, so will I be able to put, let's say, Greaser as a defender? Yes. Will I be able to put him on the field in the middle of the game? We'll see. So, Euro Cup fixtures are being played on. And we are having our home game versus the Rochdale. Rochdale is in the bottom of the league. So I don't think we'll have any issues with them. That should be another easy game. Robert has a chance on the 3rd minute, but he misses the target. But I think he will have another chance today. We keep creating the chances. And our first goal comes on the 31st minute, scored by the Green. Green is having his second chance in a couple of minutes and it's in. So it's 2 goals from the Green, scored in the middle of the first game. And by the way, I like the goals scored in the added time. Of course, when my team scores them. We have high attendance, 2400 of the people came to the Underhill Stadium today, which is pleasant. Jackson was tripped in the area, but it's no penalty so far. So absence of our main goal scorer close is not crucial for us. Yes, probably we could have a better performance in the cup game if he would be fit, but let's not guess. We have another penalty chance, and yes, it's a penalty. Hoddle steps up and he buries it. So we are winning 3-0, and our opponents can hardly create any chance. So the game ends 3-0. Porter is the man of the game. Another excellent performance from this midfielder. So I'm glad to have him on board. He will be one of the players I will count on in the next season when I will need a stronger team to be able to compete in the Division 2. Colchester wanting Stowe. He's on your shortlist. Approach Stowe. Yes, of course. That youngster. He's not interested. Well, that happens. Okay, so transfer news. Stowe was, yeah, move it to Colchester. Okay, what about our shortlist? So after Stowe was bought by the Colchester, his price increased 5 times. Okay, we'll monitor his performance. Sale is a top scorer, and Thomas has an excellent. Oh, Thomas was purchased by us. This is our player already. So yeah, I have to remove him. Yeah, I know. I know. Okay, I would like to invite some youngster to the club, but as I remember, my youngster scout is having unknown ratings. Let's try to sack him and look for any scout from the unemployed list or third division or second division. And I need fair or good reputation. I need young scout. Fair, fair, good. So, is there anyone free so I will not have to pay unemployed? Yeah, there is a plenty of unemployed scouts with good ratings as examples. So let's try and look at the Miss Bradley. Oh, he doesn't want to join us, which is logically. So yeah, it's a problem to convince anyone with a good reputation. No, Warren Wilcox thinks in opposite way, and he's having a good ratings. So let's check if I had to pay for the dismissal staff wages. But there is no way to check that. I will wait for 1 more week and we'll see if I will see some serious increase in the spendings here. If not, then I will replace the other stuff as well. So another game is an away one versus the Wrexham. What is their style? They're having a long ball, good standard one. And we are having a standard squad. No, we have Naylor injured, so Schauler will play instead of him, and Hyredin will be our substitute. And we are waiting for the close return. He will be back in 8 weeks. Good. So another away game, playing on the racecourse ground. Jackson is having a real chance and he scores again in the beginning of the game. So the Jackson was waiting for several games without any goals scored, but now he's scoring again and again, and it's really nice to see his progress. We didn't have a lot of chances, but we are winning 1-0, and that's good. Let's hope we will be able to secure the victory here. Robert is followed in the box, penalty given, and Carl Hodl finds the corner. So we are winning 2-0. Let's make a couple of substitutes. Porter has abnormally low rating for some reason. I don't know why, but let's swap him. Let's swap Jackson as well, and let's try to replace, let's say, Thomas with a defender. He's ineligible for this game. I wonder why. As I remember, you can replace goalkeeper in the Premier League games, but for some reason I'm not able to use it again. Maybe there should be a goalkeeper to be able to be replaced. Okay, so the Jackson is the man of the match again. Nice to see that. Despite the ratings are not too high, we keep winning, and that's the best outcome of the team's performance, the points. So I'm not the manager of the month, but Porter and Rovet became the best players, and I'm surprised that Rovet is the young player of the month. I was sure he is older, so he's only 20. Great, and his stats are truly awesome. Yeah, I can see it in a moment, but overall he has 8 goals scored this season, which is brilliant. What about the Jackson, by the way? 4 goals so far. This is excellent as well. Okay, good. I think that's it for now. Let's save the game.